What is up everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be taking you through the interesting deck that won my locals last week. It's a red-white or white-red if you want, Zaft build using Athrun, Zala, and Justice Gundam. So there were 16 participants in the event, and this deck was made by Jaskir Gundam. And looking at it, it is a very curious build, a very unique one. Instead of blue, it uses red. I think it just tries to leverage the top end of Justice Gundam to get two bodies at the end game. If you manage to link this with Athrun Zala, you do have a 6-7 and a 2-2, giving you a total of 8-9 AP and HP by turn or by level 7. First, let's look at the early game. It runs 4 Zoworts, 4 Rubris, and 4 Darilbalde. So because it's not running blue, it uses Darilbaldes instead of Reseals. And I think because recently in Japan, the meta has been mostly aggro, I think this influenced the choice of going 4-4-4 with all their early game units. It just allows you to interact faster with the more rushier builds. And then going on to the mid game, we do have one copy of Sword Strike Gundam. I think this is just similar to Darilbalde. It just allows them to gain a bit of tempo. I think if they manage to link this with Kira Yamato, and later we'll discuss Hawk of Endymion, this is a big boost early if they manage to bounce an aggressive start. Still at level 4, we have 2 striker packs. Again, another defensive card allows them to stem the tide of the rushier decks. And Aegis Gundam, I guess if they get to pair or link this with Athrun Zala, this can clear the larger units or higher level units. And then going on to level 5, still at the mid game, we have 4 copies of Aile Strike Gundam. Just one of the most efficient defensive units in this slot. Coming with it is 1 copy of Perfect Strike. Similar to Darilbalde, allows them to bounce tokens and other smaller units. And at the top end, we do have 2 copies of Gundam Aerial at level 6. I think this plays well here because playing red, this deck kind of lacks the drawing power that a blue version would bring. Aerial Rebuild just allows them to get card advantage late. So you drop this, you pair any pilot actually. If you just pair any pilot, you can get back a command from your trash. Usually probably is an Overflowing Affection, but on demand, you can probably go with Striker Pack, Unforeseen Incident, and even Hawk of Endymion. And then at the level 7 slot, there are the 3 copies of Justice Gundam. Just a huge body, allows you to flood the board, and even place defense with a 2-2. So this is kind of interesting. They might be onto something here. I'm really interested in trying to make Justice Gundam work just because it's such a huge unit. And moving on to pilots, we have 4 Kiramatos just here to link with Aile Strikes, Perfect Strikes, and Sword Strike. Might even help with Aegis Gundam. Then we just have 3 Athrun Zalas. This is a curious choice. I'm interested to see if moving this to 4 will change anything. But we do have 4 Sulettas. So this one links with Aerial Rebuild and Darilbaldes. There might be something to having a linked Darilbalde at level 4. Allows you to bounce a token and swing immediately while having a 5-4 body. And then with Suletta's ability, you get to set one of your resources active, leaving you with a total of 2 resources left after all that, allowing you to drop another, say, Zowort or Rubris on the same turn. And for bases, they play for Vesalius. This is an interesting choice. I wonder why. I wonder which unit they want to pump. Perhaps Rubris, if they want to pump Rubris early just to clear out the X base. Maybe they're looking for a way to pivot to aggro early as well. And then on to the command package. So the interesting choice here is they just have 3 Overflowing Affection. Personally, I would have tried to find a way to squeeze in 4. I kind of want to have more card draw in my builds, but maybe during their playtesting, they found that 3 is enough. Next to Unforeseen Incident, this is basically the standard command for getting favorable trades early or even late. And then Striker Packs, Again, very good defensive unit. Very good when you play it. You can choose between a 2/4 blocker or a 4/2. And even better when it bursts, you get a free 3/3 blocker. As long as you don't have a token in play, just remember that. So don't go playing two of this on the same turn. And then one of the spiciest things in the build is they put 3 Hawk of Endymions. This is a very unassuming card, but after play testing this over Wing Table, I did see the point. It did buy a few turns against aggressive starts. So your opponent might be attacking, trying to clear your EX base. In that case, you have the option of playing out Hawk of Endymion as a command and bouncing their unit, getting you a bit of tempo advantage in exchange for a card. Yeah, I can see this. Like, if the meta is mostly aggressive, I think this is a fair choice. Additionally, it has a lot of interaction with other cards in the deck. For example, it can pair with Aegis Gundam to get the attack ability. Or you can even pair this with Aerial Rebuild to fetch a command from your trash. Additionally, if you need a pilot late, if you play out Aerial Rebuild, you can pair it with another pilot and get Hawk of Endymion back. And then you have a choice of either playing it as a pilot or as a command. It does have a lot of synergy with the deck overall. I'm interested to try this out on Wing Table, so let's take a look. Alright, so here we are for our first Wing Table match using the red-white Justice Zaft build that won my... Alright, so here we are on Wing Table. Let's take the deck out for a spin. We're playing against Green-Blue Rush. And looking at our starting hand, we do have a Darilbalde and a Striker pack. I wonder if this is enough to stem the tide. We are playing second. Yeah, I guess we can try to see where this hand leads us. So let's not take a mulligan. Right, they play out a Zaku immediately. Alright, so now you see that in a pinch, we do have Hawk of Endymion to return their Zaku if needed. So I'll just end the turn and pass. Right, so they swing. Let's pass. Let's not do anything. Right, a Zaku here and another Zaku 2 here. So let's pass. Alright, so here what we can do is play out Darilbalde. Nothing to return. And just end the turn. Alright, so they swing in with that. Yeah, let's just take that. Let them clear. We're gonna lose 2 shields in this exchange. We'll pass. Oh, perfect. Huh. That's nice. Yes, we'll burst. Get a 3/3 blocker. We will still allow them to take the shield. I don't want to lose a unit right now, so no. Just pass. All right. Okay, they did get our rebuild. All right, so they're filling up the board. So let's pass. Okay, perfect. So here, what are our options? We can link Hawk of Endymion with this and bounce, right? Can bounce this, clear this, and clear this, even clear this. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Let's play. Yeah, right. Earth Alliance. Yeah. Play this as a pilot. Do this. Swing. Attack with this here. I guess the question is, do we want to attack our blocker here or here, right? Yeah, let's keep Sword Strike Gundam healthy. So let's swing in with our 3 AP unit here. Right? Attack here. Yeah, and then bounce this, right? And then clear this one as well. Huh, interesting. Interesting. I'm liking this. And let's end the turn. Right, so they choose to clear our Darilbalde. I think we're stabilizing at this point. Hopefully... Oh, they have the link. Okay. Huh, interesting. They went for that, huh? I guess not too bad. Not a bad choice. This is level 4. This one has 5 or more AP. Needs level 5 or higher target. Alright, so I guess in this case we will just clear this out. Right? Just to stabilize a bit. Play this one out. Let's just have a launcher strike. They're more of a weenie build, so... And play out the other Zowort and just stabilize some more. Okay, so they have high maneuver. Is this... Okay, this is level 4. What do we want to do here? What we can do is we can probably pair Suletta here and swing. Right? Pair Suletta and swing here. And leave up Aile strike. Although we lose 2 for 2. Or do we want to pair Suletta here, swing in for 3, survive with 1 HP, and clean it up with Zowort? Interesting. So either lose Zowort and Suletta, or lose Zowort and have a rested 1 HP blocker. Interesting. Yeah, let's do that, shall we? Let's play this here. Yeah. Swing in with this one here. Set our resources active and clear it with Zowort, right? So we have a 3-1 blocker left. And end the turn. So was that better than having a, I guess, 2-4? Okay, I guess the 2-4 blocker was better. Yeah, gotta remember that if we're going against pingers. Yeah, I guess I have no choice. I'll just keep it as is and just play out an Aegis Gundam. We can block 1. Pass. Just pass. I think we'll even... Okay. Okay, so they go for that. So... Yeah, let's let that through. They're gonna clear... Do we allow this? They don't have a... Yep, let that pass. Alright, this one probably not. Because I will probably play this on this. Because I want to have 1 shield up just in case they have a what do you call this? A high maneuver unit incoming. So let's play this out. Get the token, play out Athrun. So this attacks here. Let this attack. This one attacks in here. So they have no cards in hand, so I think I'm safe attacking into their EX base right now. Is there... Yeah, I don't think there's a way for them to immediately attack next turn. So let's just leave it as is and end the turn. Alright, so that's fine. Yeah, let's just keep on attacking here, I guess. This one first. Yep. Next. Alright, next. Alright. Do we want to attack with Aile Strike? If they draw a pilot and get high maneuver, they clear it anyway. If they don't, we still have another Aile Strike incoming. Yeah, let's swing in with Aile Strike. Yep. Play Aile Strike, play Darilbalde, and next turn clear everything. Right. Yep, they got the pilot. Oh, I see. They swing in that, huh? Okay. So I think we have it then. Yeah, let's swing in here. Even if this is a base, it really wouldn't matter. Yep, and we got there. Interesting. Hawk of Endymion, huh? Alright, so here we are for our second match against Red Blue Ping. Looking at our starting hand, we're going second. And our starting hand does have a Rubris. So I think we can try this one out and see where it goes. We are kind of stuck with a few late game cards here. But let's see. Let's just see. And no. Alright, we did get another aerial, so this isn't the ideal draw, but let's just pass the turn. Let's see what they play. Probably play... Okay, so they played only one card, so I think our Rubris can match up with that. Yeah, we will... Yes, let's block. And they play out a Rezeal. Okay, that one... As for that one, let's just let it through next turn and just play out a Sword Strike. Yep, we will let that through. No blocks. Ouch. Okay, so what we can do now is we can probably play out Kira at this point. Yeah, play out Kira. Swing in here. Survive with 2 HP left. Oh, no, we won't survive. Just a trade. Or what we can even do is... No, we just swing in here. Get the 2-for-1. And then we play out Kira here on Rubris and attempt to block this one next turn, right? Or even not even play this one out, I don't think. We can just... Yeah, let's do this first. Let's swing in here first. Get the trade. Now the question is, do we want to pilot Kira here and try to block this? My concern is next turn if they have a RX-78, that's not too good for us, right? So I think the best play would be just to do nothing and just try to... We don't even have anything to return, huh? Because if they do have an RX-78, yeah, let's just do that. Because we're not playing anything anyway. And end the turn. Yep, okay, so we can block. Yes. Get the 2-for-2. And next turn we just... Oof, okay. Okay, so next turn we can just play out... So at 6... We can even... Let's just play out an aerial right now. and not do anything yet. Yep. Perfect. Although it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, just in case. Alright. Okay, great. Alright, great. So here, what we can do is, now we play out Suletta here. Return a... interesting. Do we return a card draw or something that will help us get a better position right now? Let's do this. Let's return this. And then do we swing here, take 2, right? Yes, swing here and take 2. Set our resources active, right? Pass. Right? Play out our Justice Gundam. Deploy a token. Play out Athrun here. Right? And let's just swing in here. Question is, do we even want to reduce the AP of this one down to 2? I think we don't, right? I think we don't. Just let that happen. And just end the turn. And just catch the... Alright, they even attack there. So, no, let's not block. Let them have that. Okay, there's Granddaddy. Okay, they don't do anything anymore. Okay. Okay, perfect. Now we even... let's play out a aerial first. Attack here. Set resources active. And pass. Swing him there. Yeah, let's swing in here. We pass. And swing in there. Just pass. And then we bring in aerial here. Return overflowing. Play out overflowing. Draw 2. Great, we get a pilot. So we'll get rid of a Darilbalde here. And swing. Another time. Pass. Play out a Zowort and just pass with Unforeseen Incident up. Okay, so they swing there. Let's not block, but we will play this out here. Right? Not even enough to get rid of that, huh? So let's just... yeah, let's just swing with everything. Should have played out something, but it should be fine. Swing in here. Swing. And there you have it. Right, sweet. And there you have it. This was a breakdown of the deck that won my local last weekend. It's an interesting red-white or white-red, if you want, build that uses Justice Gundam and a very interesting choice of Hawk of Endymion. So let me know what you think in the comments. Are you playing something similar, or have you had success using Justice Gundam or Hawk of Endymion? What do you think about this build? What would you change? And until next time, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.